Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to try to tell you what the Bitcoin rainbow chart really tells us about Bitcoin's future. And I'm going to try to explain to you what it is because let's face it, you've seen it all over crypto Twitter, but is it still relevant, especially after the FTX crash? So stick around and I'm going to try to break it down easily and logically. So when it comes to the basics, what is this chart? Now, first things first, it's a playful, color-coded way of visualizing Bitcoin's price history. So using a different color-coded bands to show whether Bitcoin is in buy, hold, or sell territory. And each color actually represents a level of market sentiment from basically fire sale at the bottom, where Bitcoin's undervalued, to a maximum bubble territory. So it would be right here at the top, where the market is potentially overheating. So it basically simplifies complex price data and long-term trends, okay? Now, to understand these color bands, what do they tell us? So when it comes to blue, where it's basically a fire sale, Bitcoin is undervalued, and this is a potential strong buying zone. Now, green is accumulate, which means it's still a good time to buy, but prices are on the rise. When it comes to yellow, it means hodl. Hold on to your Bitcoin because it's not undervalued or overvalued. Now, red, it's maximum bubble territory. And this is when you need to consider taking profits because Bitcoin may be overhyped at these levels. Okay? You want to sell when people are euphoric. But here's the catch. After major events like the FTX crash, a lot of analysts actually believe that the chart might need updating. So could we be seeing a new market bottom, or is it just delayed territory for a recovery? Now, think of the red zone as Bitcoin being a little too hot to handle, while the blue zone, it's basically, think of it as like Black Friday for Bitcoin. And as I said before, this chart used to be different. And after the FTX crash, it actually got updated. As you see, the targets before used to be way higher, okay? This is crazy. But now it seems to be a little bit more realistic and actually more grounded into reality, okay? Now, when it comes to market cycles and how the chart actually tracks them, this is all about showing Bitcoin's long-term market cycles. It uses something called logarithmic regression to map out Bitcoin's price history, and it's been pretty accurate over the years. And you can see how the price has moved from bubble territory down into accumulation zones during different cycles. However, after the crash, people actually questioned the chart, and they went ahead and recalibrated to match a new market reality. So basically, in a nutshell, this chart is not just about today. It tracks every major Bitcoin bull and bear cycle since 2012. You know? Now, after the crash of FTX, is this chart still working? Yes, I believe so. This was one of the most shocking events in crypto history, and it sent shockwaves through the market. Now, while the rainbow chart has been a solid tool for long-term holders, events like this makes us wonder if it needs a refresh. Bitcoin has been hovering between the accumulation and hodl zones, but should we be looking at a new bottom? Billions have been wiped out from the market lately, and the timing and trajectory of Bitcoin's recovery could be very different from the previous cycles. So remember, the FTX crash didn't just affect the price of Bitcoin. It shook the confidence across the entire crypto space. Now, could the rainbow chart be missing in this new reality? Well, with that event in mind, the rainbow chart is still offers valuable insights, especially for long-term holders. So think of it as a guide to help you spot Bitcoin in a discount zone or when it's heading towards overvaluation. So right now we're basically heading towards overvaluation, okay? And we are in the accumulation zone, so which could mean it's basically a buying opportunity. Now, if you believe in the long-term potential for Bitcoin, then this chart is for you. Now check this out. It's pretty bullish for the long term. Now, but remember, these are just tools. It's just a part of the puzzle. Now you can combine that with other market indicators and, keep an eye on global events like FTX crash and others. So basically don't use this chart by itself. Pair it with on-chain metrics, market sentiment tools, and the broader macroeconomic outlook. So this chart does matter after the crash, absolutely. But like everything in crypto, it's not perfect. It's still one of the most fun and informative tools to track long-term trends. But it's essential to combine it with other indicators to make well-rounded decisions. Now, the chart actually shows us that Bitcoin has survived many market crashes before, and it will likely recover again. But the timing, now that's the tricky part. So make sure you follow the data closely and use multiple tools to track the market. Now, if you're using the chart, remember, it's a long-term guide. Don't get too caught up in the day-to-day noise. So zoom out and focus on the big picture. So I didn't make it in 5 minutes, but I think you can forgive me. It was pretty close. So thank you for watching. I hope you got some value here. You can find this chart in a couple places. Now, this is the paid version of CoinStats, but you can go into blockchaincenter.net and it's pretty self-explanatory. But please take some time to actually understand this and digest it and let me know what you think. Take care.